Here I have the Perfumes De Marly's Greenley. This is a great spring, great summer scent. It's a fresh scent. However, I do not recommend blind buying this. If you're going to buy this, and especially for the price, definitely get it from a discounter, but try it out before you buy it. This is not one that's a safe blind buy. This is not for everyone. If you look at the main accords, you get woody, you get citrus, you get fruity, you get powdery, you get green. But it's in the name, it's in the bottle. It's musky, it's mossy, it's a fresh spice, it's fresh and it's aromatic. What surprised me is woody was the main accord, with citrus being the second accord, because you do get the wood and the citrus. However, the top notes are actually fruit. It's green apple, it's mandarin orange, it's bergamot. I would have liked a little bit of lemon in here, but the middle notes, that's where you get the wood, you get the cedar, you get the cashmere, you get the violet, and the base notes, you get the oak moss, you get the musk, you get the amber wood. Do not buy this at full price. Definitely find a discounter, because this is extremely expensive. But the main complaints I've seen from others are that it smells like an apple body wash, that it's too oak mossy. So that's why I say it's not a safe blind buy. I'm just reading a lot of bad compliments. Yes, people say it smells like a freshy cheap body wash, but I don't. In the main scent, I do get that, but when I spray it, I don't get that cheap smell. And I think it's because the wood, the oak moss, helps disguise a lot of that. I would prefer a little bit of lemon, but you get that intense green apple. So people say it's a very synthetic green apple shower gel scent. I don't get that. It does smell a little bit like an apple wash, but it does have also, it's not that cheap synthetic apple smell. It's a beautiful, juicy green apple. You do get a lot of oak moss. So if you don't like oak moss, think about, when I say oak moss, imagine oak moss, you're in a beautiful forest. The air quality is good. It's fresh. It's crisp, cold air. That's a lot what I get. So far, I haven't got any compliments from this. I actually even got some lady who was like, what was that smell? But I do enjoy this. If you want a compliment getter, if you want something safe, I would definitely recommend getting Sedley over this. However, I felt like a green summer this summer. I always go for blue scents. I figured, let's go green this summer. I'm gonna make a picture video of it with me and tons of green stuff, a green switch, a green bag, a green shirt. I should have worn a green shirt for this. But I quite enjoy this fragrance. It's very pleasant smelling. It has a musk to it. This is one that's not a safe buy, because if you don't like oak moss, you don't like that mossy in the forest type scent, and if you don't like apple, you are not gonna like this. In my opinion, I really like it. I think it's something different. It's something very unique, something that I don't necessarily wear. And I don't understand the criticism of it smells synthetic and cheap. I get that, not to hate on this fragrance, because for the price you can't beat it. But if you want to think of a cheap apple fragrance, synthetic smelling, I lean a lot more towards Nautica Voyage, because that smells like a cheap apple scent. I don't get that at all in this. I'm gonna not post my review. I'm gonna do a little bit thinking, see if I get any compliments, because it's only been a few days with this, and see how it goes. So after getting to wear this, I have some final thoughts on this. One, I will say this atomizer is beautiful. It's pressurized. This is the best atomizer I've ever owned, and I've owned tons of fragrances. It sprays a lot. You can tell as it's running out. On Fragnotica, it says this is a moderately lasting cologne. Moderate is right, as I get 4 to 6 hours total longevity before it turns into a skin scent. It does last on clothes a bit longer, but again, it's a citrus scent, so summer scents don't last or as long as winter fragrances. I've gotten about 5 compliments from this fragrance. They are from older women around ages 40 to 50. To it, that information, what you will. One was like an older lady, but she was the baddest. She grabbed my wrist and she's like, "Oh, you smell really good." One of, I did say in my previous that I don't get shower gel from this. However, someone asked me, they're like, "Oh, did you just take a shower? Is it your body gel? Is it your lotion that smells good?" I don't even take that as a compliment. I took that as disrespect, but this is one that I do tend to overspray just because the longevity is 4 to 6 hours, which is not bad for a summer fragrance. The first hour or so, this projects this distance. It projects amazing. For the first 2 hours, it's really pungent. For after the 3 to 6 hour range, it starts to dim down, and it turns more woody as time goes on. To at the 6th hour, it's a skin scent. I One thing I would say is I would prefer this to be a little bit more potent. Look at how much is already gone, and for that price range, I was spraying like crazy. Again, everything I say stands. This is not necessarily a blind buy. This is not for everyone. I personally loved it. If you want a safe buy, you should rather go Sedley. Sedley smells more of a diet Sprite smell, that Sprite citrusy smell that is a much safer buy. This is not a safe buy, but if you love the smell of woody, apple, and in my opinion, I don't get synthetic at all like other people did. I don't get cheap like other people did. For example, if you were to compare this to something that I do think is a little bit synthetic, a little bit cheap smelling, that's Nautica Voyage. There was not one time I ever sprayed this and got that. I think this is a beautiful smelling fragrance. Is it the greatest compliment getter? I mean, 5 in a month is not bad.